the most impactful thing that the University of Chester is doing in relation to carbon reduction is being the academic partner of choice to the HyNet Consortium. The HyNet Consortium is a proposition, the anchor proposition for the Northwest to decarbonise industry in the area. It's concerned with the production of hydrogen to fuel shift their industry's production facilities away from methane to hydrogen. The only emission associated with hydrogen is water, but also where methane does still need to be used in the future, to capture any carbon associated with those emissions and to take that carbon and to store it in former hydrocarbon stores in the East Irish Sea. So turning them from what was a hydrocarbon store for gas into another hydrocarbon store for hydrogen. The main benefit of embracing sustainability and reducing carbon is that we will not have to face the climate emergency if we take action now. If we don't take action now, imminently we're going to reach that 1.5 degrees tipping point that the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change says will substantially increase the amount of dramatic and extreme events. So we need to take action now to avert that. If we take that action now, we will not have those impacts, and ultimately we're going to save a lot of money, guys. The cost of the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, has been enormous, but nowhere near as much as the climate and ecological emergency if that takes place. My advice would be to engage with the various propositions that are emerging from governments, particularly business, energy and the industrial strategy. And they may well want to look at the industrial clusters that are emerging from the UK, but also look at the net zero cluster plans and to ask some critically constructive questions about how they could engage with those particular plans. And furthermore, to ask some critically constructive questions about how they could engage with their local enterprise partnerships, many of whom have declared a climate and ecological emergency, many of whom are now considering their plans and their pathways and their routes to net zero.